Hey everyone, Dr. Josh Matson here with Infinity Chiropractic Center. I'm going to talk about attention issues in school. We have a lot of kids coming in this time of year, this time of year where, the parents start getting calls saying, hey, my kid's struggling to pay attention. My kid's struggling in school. They're struggling to sit still. They're struggling to focus on the task at hand. And there's a lot of things you can do to help these kids naturally without, medicating them. And I know that's in a lot of places, that's a big push is, hey, your kid's struggling, let's medicate them. Well, long-term studies show that kids that are medicated with, Adderall or Ritalin have increased incidence of drug abuse later in life. So obviously that's not something you want. And also there's an increased risk of not finishing schools, or going to college, things like that. So there's other risks that are associated with long-term use of those medications. So obviously you want to avoid those in any way possible. And, we've had a great success with using the protocols that we use. We've had a great success with helping kids so that they don't need to be medicated or they need a lot less medication. So I'm going to talk about those, what we do, what we tell parents to do, what we tell parents to have teachers do in the classroom to help with those issues. So first things first, there's a lot of awesome research out there that talks about different nutritional things that you can do, different like things like, for example, taking gluten out or doing a ketogenic diet or doing a gluten-free, casein-free, soy-free diet. And anyone that tells you there's no research behind that, they're just not up to date on the research. Because I've read in the last 2 weeks, I've read 5 different research articles that show dramatic improvement in attention when you change their diet or you make appropriate nutritional changes. And there's literally books, 300-page books on the subject. So if someone tells you, oh, there's no research behind taking gluten out of their diet and that helping a kid with attention issues, they just don't read the research then. So first and foremost, taking gluten out of their diet will help more kids than probably about anything when it comes to attention. You'll have kids that literally can't follow your finger at all. You'll take gluten out of their diet and it makes a huge change for them. So that's one of probably the biggest things we recommend taking out of their diet to help first and foremost, and it's very quick. Other things you can do, a lot of times kids just aren't getting enough oxygen. So that's one thing is chiropractic helps a lot with that, getting their facial structures moving more efficiently, getting them better alignment of their head so they can get better oxygen consumption. That helps out a ton. There's also, we work a lot with developmental reflexes. So there's a few different reflexes that we find in kids that have developmental issues or that have attention issues. The first one is what's called an asymmetrical tonic neck reflex. It's a reflex that should go away right around 6 months before kids start to crawl. If it doesn't go away, kids typically don't crawl well and they start walking, really early around 9 months or 8 or 9 months, but they skip crawling altogether. Also associated with that, what you'll see a lot of times is kids that have reading issues, they have handwriting issues, balance coordination issues with that one. There's another reflex, it should go away at 8 months. It's called a symmetrical tonic neck reflex. It helps to develop the low back musculature and also helps to develop convergence of the eyes. So kids that have this reflex, a lot of times they have difficulty sitting still for long periods of time because they get uncomfortable quickly. So they're constantly moving and shifting their body around. And also then if they can't converge their eyes in, a lot of these kids, they see double, anything within like 2 foot. So anytime they're trying to read, they literally see 2 of everything. So, and they don't know that that's abnormal because that's how it's been their entire life. So if you can help them fix that, it usually improves the frustrations at school, which allows them to pay attention more efficiently. And the last one is what's called a Moro reflex. It should go away right around 3 to 4 months, the startle reflex. And that just creates a lot of attention issues, a lot of distraction issues. So the kids that are constantly getting distracted by what's going on around them, they usually have that reflex. So those are the 3 most common primitive reflexes that I find in kids. So remediation strategies to help get rid of those help a ton. It's huge. And lastly, their eyes. If they have attention issues, usually their eyes do not track efficiently at all. Their body is underdeveloped. Their muscle tone usually isn't developed well. And their vestibular system isn't giving them good information. So they don't have good perception of their environment. They can't track things appropriately, which creates a lot of attention issues. So, give me 1 second. You take care in the other room. Thank you. So first and foremost, changing their diet makes huge changes. Getting them more oxygen and removing some primitive reflexes and helping them to redevelop helps a ton with these kids with attention issues. We often find that within a month to 6 weeks, their attention improves at least 50%, if not more, subjectively by the parent. So, and their teachers often find that it improves as well. So, I hope this helps some people. If you have any questions, let us know. Message us on Facebook. Shoot us or give our office a call, and we'll be more than happy to help you out as much as we can. Have a great day.